From the newsroom at news.com.au.
Hi, I'm Lexi Cartwright.
And I'm Andrew Bucklow.
And this is the latest from the newsroom. It's Friday the 20th of November.
Good news for South Australians. Premier Stephen Marshall has announced the state will come out of hard lockdown this Saturday night. That's 3 days earlier than expected.
The decision comes after officials discovered an individual had lied to contact tracers, which sparked the state's lockdown. The Premier said if they had have known the truth about how the individual caught coronavirus at a pizza store, they would not have sent the state into a 6-day lockdown.
To say that I am fuming about the actions of this individual is an absolute understatement. The selfish actions of this individual have put our whole state in a very difficult situation. His actions have affected businesses, individuals, family groups, and is completely and utterly unacceptable.
Overseas now, and Donald Trump's legal team has held an extraordinary press conference to make their case for overturning the election results. They claim the election was stolen by crooks and infiltrated by communist money. Here's one of Mr. Trump's lawyers, Sidney Powell.
The massive influence of communist money through Venezuela, Cuba, and likely China in the interference with our elections here in the United States.
The wild press conference was made even wilder by the fact that Rudy Giuliani had to keep wiping hair dye off his face, which started running everywhere due to the hotline.
Oh, how embarrassing. Elsewhere, a convicted female terrorist has been accused of stabbing another inmate at a Melbourne women's prison. Mamina Shoma was charged on Wednesday with engaging in a terrorist act in relation to the alleged stabbing. The 150-centimetre tall woman, nicknamed the Tiny Terrorist, was convicted in June last year for stabbing her landlord in front of his 5-year-old daughter. The Bangladeshi native had only been in Australia for 8 days when she carried out the attack. She was sentenced to 42 years behind bars.
To entertainment now, and Will Smith has buried the hatchet with a former Fresh Prince of Bel-Air star who he'd been feuding with for 27 years. Janet Hubert played Aunt Vivian on the show for 3 years before she was replaced, reportedly because Will complained that she was difficult. The two had a brutally honest discussion on camera during which they both apologised, but not before Janet really let Will have it.
You know, words can kill. But I lost everything. Reputation, everything. And I understand you were able to move forward, but you know those words, calling a black woman difficult in Hollywood is the kiss of death. It's the kiss of death, and it's hard enough being a dark-skinned black woman in this business.
And finally, a teenage YouTube star is in his dad's bad books after he totaled his dad's one-of-a-kind $4.6 million car. The 17-year-old crashed the car in Dallas, Texas, and later took to Instagram to say, shit happens. The teen's dad is a billionaire who owns a fleet of high-end sports cars and recently splashed out $27 million on a mega yacht. I think they'll be fine.
Yeah, me too. That's it from the newsroom. We'll be back with another update over the weekend.
Your headlines from news.com.au.